Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, wherever you are. It's 7 p.m. on the dot. We're right on time this week. Keithy Room here with Hangout number 37 for us, Swiss Gold Global Australia. Now, we're a bunch of people down under, and we differentiate ourselves from the rest of the world that there's always sunshine, especially in Queensland. It's beautiful one day, perfect the next, which lends us to having a fantastic positive attitude about life and never giving up. And we remain focused on whatever we do, and that whether that's working hard, relaxing hard, if you can do that, going to the beach and barbecuing and throwing another prawn on the barbie. But whatever we do, we've got the right attitude. And that's what I like about Swiss Gold Global. There's so many people have joined this business who've got a fantastic attitude, and getting around people like that is really, really positive. So it's really exciting that we're up to 37 hangouts already on a Monday night, which is nearly a year. We've got a couple of special people on the hangout today, and a quick introduction to Paul Weeks. He's on the Gold Coast, as he always is. Fantastic day today here. What was it like for you, Paul? 500,000 people on the Gold Coast, right on the water, ocean beaches like you wouldn't believe, golden sands, crystal clear water. How's your week, Paul?
Well, the rest of the week's been absolutely beautiful, but today, Keith, I have to tell you, it's like 22 degrees. It's windy. It's cold. The waves are around about 15 feet high. The beaches are getting smashed. But it's all very nice indoors, though.
22 degrees, that's very nice. That's not a bad temperature, actually, 22 degrees. That's the water temperature is about the same, 23, 24 degrees.
Yeah, that's true. But you're not going in the water down here at present because of the 15-foot waves. But nice to walk around, put it that way. Go for a bike ride, do all the things that they do in other parts of the world in that type of weather.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. Okay, well, it's a great spot to live in. I'm going to be moving there in a few months because I live in Brisbane, which is a river city. I always want to live by the ocean. People want to live in different places for different reasons, and to be able to do that, you've got to have some sort of plan, business plan or life plan, and you've got to come across the right people. That's basically how it is. That's how I've worked it out. And g'day to everybody watching. Richard's in the UK. You're coming into summertime there, mate, so you'll be happy about that. Speaking of coming into summertime, our special guest today is our favourite presidential ambassador. I think we've only got one of you at the moment, isn't it? Is that right, Claudia? Claudia Eifert from Germany. How are you?
Hi, Kitty. I'm very well. I mean, sunshine here. I just arrived back to the perfect weather from Latin America. So we have 27 degrees here in Germany today. Isn't that fantastic?
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, well, it's coming into the right time for you. So it's, do you think people's attitudes change when the weather gets warmer? They're a bit more relaxed and happy?
Almost certainly over here, definitely. I mean, always has been. They always said the weather changes the person. Oh, yeah, people are out there, they're out and about, they're having fun, definitely. So, yes, it's changing the attitude.
Yeah. Okay, well, it's great that you can join us. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning for you. Is it 10 or 11? 10 or 11?
It's 11 actually already.
11, okay, right. Well, it's 7 here, 11 for you, probably 10 in the UK for Richard. Just you folks watching, just say g'day on the chat there. Say g'day and tell us where you are from watching our live hangout, because it's very important that we get a real good feel for our business. We are a worldwide business, Swiss Gold Global. We've been in business, and I had a meeting at my house with a couple of my people in my team, and a couple of those are affiliates, and that's what I want to focus on tonight, about especially tap into Claudia's experience, 10 years in the business. How have you become successful is what I want to talk to about. Paul and I coming out to 1 year. For me, it's 347 days today. So when it comes to May the 25th, which is in about 18 days' time, 2.5 weeks, That'll be when I joined before that, slightly before the May 25th, but I didn't buy my first contract till May the 25th to start earning in this business. So I haven't been in there quite 1 year. And a lot of things have changed for me in a very, very positive way. But so many things I got to learn about the business and how to grow the business, because we have the potential now coming into 2018 with what I explained last night. We had a little group here in my house. We got gold and silver. We got cryptocurrency mining. We've got 2 ICOs coming out, 2, and we've got an affiliate program. So there's 5 opportunities here in Swiss Gold Global of how to build a lifestyle that we're all aimed for. And the main thing is we've got to focus on what we do, but how do we go about that? What things do we need to put in place? What things do we need to repeat daily or weekly or monthly? And what do we have to write down in our diary every day? And what list do we have to go through and tick off, so we have these little wins every day of sending an email, talking to at least 2 people on Skype, messaging someone on your mobile phone, give them a text message. A couple of things that you can tick off to build that business slowly but surely over time. Now, Claudia has been in the business for 10 years and is our most successful person as an affiliate. So obviously you're doing things repetitively on a daily basis that have got you to the position where you are. Apart from your attitude, which is 1,000% positive, and you're focused, there must be several things that you do on a daily routine, which I want to tap into, if you wouldn't mind, tonight. No one else who's watching has told us where you're from. Come on, folks, tell us where you're from. Ah, Doug, there you go. You're from Toowoomba, which is west of Brisbane by about 2 hours. He's up in the hills there, looking down on Brisbane. Doug's a good guy. Now, he's been involved with the business for about 6 or 7 months and going well. So thanks, Doug. For the rest of you guys and girls who are watching, just let us know where you're from. So I'll throw to you, Claudia, if I can, just give us a rundown, because people tell me, yeah, I love being a free customer, but I don't know how to recruit. I don't know how to build a team, and I don't know how to advertise, and I don't. It's all these things they're putting in the way of perhaps an easy opportunity that they don't really understand. So who is better to speak? We can speak to Bill, the owner, all day, but he's running the business. You're our #1 affiliate, and you've got to that position by doing things repetitively that are working. So could you sort of give us the insight? Let us all know how you're doing it and what we can do. And if you're watching, get a pen and paper right now and write things down, because I am going to write things down. So I'll throw to you, Claudia. Give us a small lesson of how to succeed online, if you wouldn't mind.
Sure, I can do that, Katie. I mean, that's what I do. And actually, you say Bill is the owner, and that's true. But I learned a lot of things from Bill in my beginning days when I worked for corporate still for that other company, you know, that's like over a decade ago, before we started Swiss Gold Global. I've actually learned a lot from him then, because, I mean, he had, in his company, they have like 60,000 people or something in his organization. So don't underestimate, he's always talking to people and always making connections and always, you know, putting people into the pipeline, so to speak. But, you know, you got to really understand that the $50 membership, which people are having, it has to be broken down simple. Once people get the membership paid for, why would they stop? They actually do not never stop the business if they get paid for. So what is our job? Our job is to show them how to get their membership paid for. How do you get your membership paid for? Well, you get your membership paid for by 5 people. That's all what you need. 5 people on an authorship. On the $50, you have your membership paid for. Why? Because each and every month it's giving you $7.50. And then, of course, you get gold, silver, or you get Bitcoin mining. So it's five times $7.50, and your business, that's what is your rent, your business, what other people, let's say you have a shop in Brisbane somewhere, you need to pay rent, you need to pay the employees. Well, here you have that paid for with 5 people. That's 5 people. So all what you need to have is 5 people in your team, in your first or in your second level, in your first or in your second level. Doesn't have to be your first. Remember, in your first or your second level. That's 5 people.
That's very important. The second level can be included there. Yeah, not 5 people on the front line. Yeah.
No, it could be in your second level, because remember, you get on your second level, you get the enroller 1 and enroller 2 bonus as well, which is 10%. In your first and your second level, 5 people, and with those 5 people, you're already cash flow positive. That means you don't pay any more for your membership. Once people don't pay for their membership anymore, well, of course, then it's a no-brainer. Why would they stop it? So this is the first goal to get to. And then if you get people to make an income of $500, it always has been said, if they make $500, that really could be life-changing for people. It doesn't sound a lot, but $500 in your pocket more in Australia, that would give you some little bit more freedom, isn't it?
No question about that. $500 for most people, that's an extra $100 a week pays for your telephone bill, your mobile phone bill, your electricity bill. Everything is just paid for. There is one less thing to worry about. Less stress, more positivity comes into you. No question.
Correct. And so, see, the thing is, what so many people get defocused or don't understand nowadays with the distraction, so to speak, of the internet, is somehow they recruit somebody and they got a costumer or they got a person in, or somebody joined actually and paid, and then they don't give support. They are not with them. They are not going through them, the challenges, the things, whatever they have to come up. And so they just leave them. Or whatever, or they get themselves sidetracked and they focus on something else because they saw something, there's this new company which is giving a faster, quicker. And so, of course, they basically lose their people. It's totally stupid, honestly, to say. Sorry, my expression, but and that's what I never have done. I never switched. I never looked sideways. I'm sure I know what's going on in the world, but I just stay focused. I talk to people. I find out what people want. That's all what you do. It's our job. I find out what people want, where they are at life. And it's so easy to strike a conversation. So I'm going out with some girls later on, which I haven't had time to catch up since a long time because I was in Panama now. Well, I'm going to find out where they're at in their lives. I haven't seen them for quite a few months. And then, I will find out, I will see where they're at. And, maybe what I have with the mining, with the gold, silver, could be of another source of income for them, could be for another way to help them, get wherever they're at in their problems in their livestock. So it's so easy, so simple. It's same on the internet. If you have Facebook friends, you all have Facebook friends. Just strike a conversation. Hey, dude, how are you? Long time no catching up. Wait for the answer. Yeah. Great. And then said, hey, maybe the other person comes back. Well, long time. How have you been? Well, I've been really great. Family is fine, or everybody is well. And my new business venture is going great. And then maybe the other person says, oh, that's fantastic to hear. New business venture. What is it? What are you doing? Well, can't really talk about on Facebook now. It would be a little bit taking too long. But hey, why don't we catch up for coffee? Or why don't we, it's just so simple, and you make them curious. Or why don't we catch up on a phone call? So simple to do, and people just need to do that, and then you need to listen to what the new person says. And when you are with that person together, again, focus on the person, How have they been? And yes, you are excited with your new business. Hey, I'm so excited. I got involved in this whole new theme of Bitcoin, and I'm really, really excited. I don't understand it yet, but it's paying me. And sip, nothing saying anymore. Oh, well, how is that? And let people ask. Let them ask you and say, well, or what I have done, I heard from a dude there, Kitty, in Australia. He told me about that. Then he showed me a few things. Well, and I'm cashing in now in Bitcoin. Oh, that's really interesting. Well, I could show you how to do that as well. All you have to do is that. And it's so simple. That's all I do. I don't make it complicated. You got to make it super easy. You got to not think of you're selling somebody. You got to really think, well, how could I help Kitty get to his new place where he wants to be, moving on the beach, and he needs a little bit more dollars? How could I do that with my business? That's it.
The one thing you mentioned that a lot of people will maybe take on board immediately is that you don't try and have a conversation on Facebook. You have the initial contact. How are you? How are you going? Everything's good. Got a great new venture, and then zip, say nothing. And if they ask, rather than start to try and explain via typing, which takes hours, and you can't do it, you say, let's catch up via a phone call or a Skype call or a WhatsApp call or whatever technology you can use, a Zoom or a Facebook Messenger call, and speak to someone verbally. That's the tip that I take straight away.
Absolutely, that's what I do. Kitty, I have always been doing that, and that worked best for me. And I learned, like, look, when I started in this business, I started, of course, a different way because I started with corporate. So actually working for a large company for customer service. So I had no skills on basically what a network marketer is doing. And I got all the books from Randy Gage to, of course, now is Eric Rohrer, the big thing, but I from everybody, from Don Thaler, Nancy Feiler, everything. I listened to Tim Sales, to all the trainings. I bought all the audios. I listened to what the pros done, and I went to all the conferences, the big one, like the MLM masterminds in Florida. I did all that stuff, and I learned the skills, people, what they said would work, but also from the people who really were working the business. And I watched them, I learned them, and that's what I have been really taking on. And that hasn't really nothing changed in the internet there. Sure, you have more ways to communicate now. You have more mediums, so to speak, tools which we didn't have back then, but nothing changes really to build a relationship. This business is built by relationships. And what is the best thing about this business? Isn't there nothing better in life than you have a great relationship with people, when you can hang out with them, when you can spend money with them, when you can do fun stuff together?
Yeah, that's absolutely spot on. Now, can I ask you, since you've been in for 10 years, what was the time frame when you first started with Swiss Gold Global as a brand new business, gold and silver, and learning about the packages and everything, to when things really started to snowball and kick in for you? Some people who have experience in online, it'll take them a month or 2 months and then they're away flying. Takes me a little bit longer, 6 to 12 months to get the momentum going. And then once I get to there, I'm away. How about for you, Claudia? How long did it take you to get going in Swiss Gold Global, particularly?
Boy, it's a long time ago. Yeah, it took me a while to understand it. I mean, I did quite in the beginning do a lot, but I didn't know what I was doing. I had no really idea. And so I built it wrong, of course, and it all collapsed. And then I started new, and then it collapsed again, and I started new, and it collapsed again, and then it started to stay once I learned the principles. So probably a few years.
Yes, well, and now the end result is after 10 years, you can do anything you like. And that's what I spoke to the people about yesterday. That's every single person that you'd ever meet just wants to be able to do that, wants the freedom of their life to be able to do anything they want, whenever they want. But for some people, they fall into two categories. One, they hope it would happen to them, and others try and make it happen to them. And in those two groups, the people who try and make it happen obviously will join different types of businesses, and they might try for a month or 2 months or 3 months or 4 months or 6 months and then give up or stop doing as much. It's the motivation to really keep yourself going. And some people find that hard on their own. But the great thing about our company, there's so much support around with our Facebook groups of really positive people, the hangouts that you do twice a week with you and Bill. It's unreal. There's so much positivity around, and to have the owner of the business and yourself on every week, showing people and giving them the incentive, doing the presentation and showing them how it works. And on that, which I think is fantastic, I'm just trying to look in my back office while you're chatting there to see how the different levels of an affiliate work. Can you guide me to the section? I'm not putting you on the spot here, but where do I find that in the back office? I know there's I can never remember where it is. There's a PDF there somewhere, Claudia.
Yes, the PDF is under my subscription. So you go to my subscription, my documents.
Okay. I'm just going in there now. My subscription. Everybody watching, just do this as well. We're all online together. So, and then my subscription, my documents. All right. Okay. My documents. Okay. I'm in here now. Oh, here we go. Affiliate policy and procedure. Affiliate compensation pay plan.
That's the one.
Letter of wishes, bank transfer form. So click here to download the compensation pay plan. Oh, there we go. And
correct. So correct. And so what people got to understand is, yes, and so the $50 monthly is basically the membership, right? Or it's $600 a year, $50 monthly or $600 a year. So if any other network company, which you may know, companies in the nutritional side, in the herbal side, in the whatever, there's legal companies in the networking space. I mean, there's so many companies with so great products out there. There's even companies in the US which do a letter. They're basically where it's some gift cards and stuff. So they all have a monthly consumption. What is the monthly consumption? Well, the monthly consumption is basically to maintain your business, right? And so when you have companies who don't really have monthly consumption, who have a one-time off, well, how is then the affiliate business be financed from? That's already a little bit suspicious to me. So the monthly consumption is the $50 monthly, or of course, we have it also as an offer for if you want just pay it yearly. And from that, part of that is really distributed through the network. And part of that, of course, goes into the product. So it's pretty simple. From the $50, you get or either 25% into silver each and every month. You collect silver. If silver goes up in price, well, you win double. Or you, of course, get into Bitcoin. So the Bitcoin mining, and that, of course, pays you as well. And if Bitcoin appreciates, well, the same thing there. So the rest is, of course, distributed through the network. That's how the network is financed. So if you, let's say, you have Paul, which you insured the business, and let's say you have Jane, let's say, just to say. So you have two people. So let's say Paul, he shares it with two people, and Jane maybe with 3 people. Now you have 3 and 2, and you have another 2 with you. So you have 7 people in the business, but you actually did just bring in 2 people, but you're still getting paid on the others. That's your first and your second level, which is really great. So therefore, it's actually not so difficult. Yes, we're always teaching the 5 by 5, but you can start with 1 or 2, and then help them get their 1 or 2, and then get another 3rd, and then help them to get their 1 or 2. And your business is financed. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, it is. I found that that compensation plan because there's 10 levels. Start as an affiliate, manager, team leader, director, executive director, ambassador, senior ambassador, national ambassador, gold ambassador, and then your position, platinum ambassador. Just that's the the opportunity to go through to those different levels, and then explains the enroller bonus, the uni level bonus, shared revenue commissions, explains everything in this document. So just if you're not quite sure where that was, so we go to my subscription and then my documents, and you'll see it there. And it's well worth reading 3 or 4 times, or even printing off, so you can take to a meeting and say, hey, if you really want to succeed in a business with 5 opportunities inside it, gold and silver, Bitcoin and altcoin mining, 2 ICOs and an affiliate program, 5 opportunities, then Swiss Gold Global has it for you. If you stay focused and give it at least 12 months, you've got to really put 12 months into a business, don't you, Claudia? You really can't just do 2 or 3 or 4 months half-heartedly and then sort of give up. Now, I know Paul, I want to throw to Paul because he's been in 1 or 2 businesses too. The most successful people, apart from yourself, because you've done well in the businesses I've been in with you as well. What's the time frame for you? 6 months, 3 months, or the people you've come across? How well have they done as far as time wise before they really get rolling?
I think what it really comes down to is how they see the business unfolding in front of them, and constantly reminding them and talking to them about how the business is operating. I usually talk to my people about once a week, send them out an email of what's really going on in the crypto world, just to keep the positiveness in their mind, and then also bringing up to date with certain websites like Crypto Compare. We're talking here the mining side of it, because that's where a lot of my people are more interested in the contracts of Bitcoin mining. So yeah, it's just the repetitiveness, I guess, of it, and it takes about 6 or 7, 8 months to keep that ball rolling and getting it through their head. And once they see their business start to build up, once they see their money coming in from their contracts, and they've bought them along the way, then they start to talk to other people and say, hey, look, this is what I'm doing. So yeah, I think 12 months is what we're looking at. Yeah.
All right, mate. Now, Claudia, someone said last night that they'd been just joined the business about 2 months ago, bought their own contracts. They didn't really want to be an affiliate just yet. They wanted to wait until they could see their results coming through and then show people, and then become an affiliate after that. What's your thoughts on that approach?
Well, I mean, depends on what they expect their results coming through, meaning their results from Bitcoin mining. There's no results which needs to come through, because it comes through because the mining will pay you. It's as simple as that. And for sharing the business as an affiliate, so I mean, the result is coming through if you work the business, if you work the plan. If you work the plan is working for you. It's as simple as that. And if you wait, see, the biggest mistake people doing is they say, well, I join when those 2 people I have in mind are going to join. That they are not going to join, because they're going to ask you, have you joined? And you say, well, no, I haven't joined yet. I'm still waiting. Okay, well, then I'm waiting too. So that doesn't work. You've got to make a goal, and you've got to make a decision, and you've got to decide, okay, well, I'm going to do it, no matter if you join or not join, because there are how many billion people on this planet Earth? I mean, there's just so many people, you know, and most of the time, the people who you think they're going to join, they're anyway going to join, not going to join. So that's why the beautiful thing of that business is that you can create new relationship and make and get to know more people, new people, which you would have thought never connect to it. No, so you got to make a decision, just because at the end of the day, it's your life. What do you want to do with? You are presented with an opportunity which can transform your life, but it's only going to transform your life if you take the opportunity.
That is there's many people have opportunities put in front of them over their lifespan, and then the decision they make, whether they do anything, is the crux of the situation of where they end up. Now, there's no question about people have opportunities when they're young. A couple of people here last night were in their early 20s, 23 and 25. And I said to them, I wish I'd known, I wish the internet was around when I was 25 because there was certainly opportunities. I used to sell cookware door to door for commission only. So if I didn't sell a set of stainless, if I didn't sell a set of stainless steel cookware, I didn't get any commission, so I didn't eat. So I did that for 3.5 years, commission only, which taught me a lot about people and how they react under pressure and etc. and the team I was in. But I had good mentors, one of which now I used to work for this particular guy. Now he's in my team in Swiss Coal Global, so which is pretty awesome. But he's fantastic, really positive guy. And as the owner of that company, he was exuding positivity to everybody there. And most grabbed it and took it and run with it and were successful, but others didn't. Others sort of doubted themselves and found it too hard, or came up with excuses why they couldn't succeed. We used to, I'll ask you about your numbers too. I used to speak to 30 people a day. I would manage to get 10 appointments from those 30 people. And out of the 10 appointments, I would get 3 demonstrations that I would actually physically do. The other 7, I wouldn't be able to, they wouldn't be home, they'd gone somewhere else. And out of the 3 demonstrations I did, I would get 1 sale, and that was the basic company average. So when you're talking to people, Claudia, what's the sort of feeling you get? Do half the people you talk to join the business, or a third join the business, or a quarter? What do you find? You've been doing it for 10 years, so probably everybody you speak to joins, because they wouldn't want to do anything else but join you, because they thought, oh my God, I can't afford not to join Claudia's business. So when you started to when you are now, what was the difference?
Sorry, I have to unmute myself. Well, first of all, you and I both sold kitchenware. Isn't that funny? Did you sell did you sell the German company?
No, an American company, Echo, E-K-C-O, but like Renaware, you know, Renaware is I'm not sure where, Renaware was a Canadian stainless steel, really good quality, but you had to knock on 1,000 doors to show people, you know, that was the trick back in the 80s, you know.
Awesome. I did AMC. I actually, it was a funny story, just telling quickly. So I was in love with a Spanish guy, moved out of Germany, out my safety, out my secure job, moved to Spain. The guy, you know, worked for General Motors, had a really great job, great position. And he would just basically enclose me. He was such a macho. And I couldn't work. I didn't, nothing, but he also didn't give me money. So I need to live somehow. Anyway, so I answered that ad, and you know, there was an ad in the paper looking for a German company, and so I had no idea about sales or nothing at all, and direct sales. And I met this fantastic lady, Carmen, and she was a go-getter. Her husband had left her. She had 2 babies. She needed to somehow, you know, be German. The Spanish system wasn't so that you had a welfare system that like you guys and us have, and she was just a go-getter. I knew nobody in Spain. I didn't even speak the language. And I knocked doors. I went to villages, all with carrying, I didn't even have a driver license, with my pans and pots on my back. It was damn hot. And I knocked doors. And, you know, the most thing I was afraid of, that there's a big dog. But I just did it. And the same numbers like you. I mean, we were basically told the same. That's the same numbers. You got to make so many people, and then you got to, so many people you then gonna listen to your presentation, and so many people eventually gonna buy. And that's where I learned to be not afraid anymore. I think this is the biggest thing, to not be anymore thinking, oh, do I make that sale? Or no, I really cared about do I have a great product? Do I have a great business? Do I have a great, and can this help that other person? And I'm in love with this kitchenware. I still am. I'm using it, you know, I would never buy another kitchenware because I love it. So of course I knew, well, this kitchenware could really help them transform their way of cooking and save the energy and so on. And so the same approach I have now with my business. I know what, if we work this business together, if you and I lock arms, and this is where See, Kitty, I would sign you just in as a costumer if you were not showing any interest to making some more money or other ways or this or this. So I really have with you a little sort of an interview. If I could show you how to get to this beach and live quicker on this beach, say, if I could really help you and we lock arms and we basically work this business together, what are you willing to do for? How many people, you know, so how long time do you give me to learn the skills needed in order to do that? How much time or how many basically are you willing to do the things I ask you to do? That meaning, you know, meeting new people, doing a list, talking to people, learning the skills. And if I see that, hey, yes, you're open to do that and you're willing to do that, and you tell me the commitment that you're committed to give me at least 3 or 6 months of your time, then I know, okay, well, I'm going to give you my time, because at the end of the day, I have to train you. I have to coach you. I have to educate you. But if you are not showing any interest and willingness in learning the skills, I'm sorry, there's other people who I could help better. So I'm not going for people who don't want to do nothing. I'm going to look for people who are fed up with the situation they're in, who want to have a change, who are looking for other things. And this is what I need to discover first in our conversations. I need to figure out and I need to discover if they're hungry to do something, if they're, you know, at least showing some signs. If they don't, no, I don't have time. I mean, I do assign him as a customer, but I just don't give them the time to really lock arms and show the business.
Yeah. And the big, really big, massive positive note on our side is that our company, Swiss Gold Global, has been going for 10 years. Now, out of online businesses around, there's very few that have been going for, I'll ask Paul, name me 3 businesses that you know online have been going for 10 years or more. I'll throw one up. Amway, obviously, is started off many years ago, but Amway was around 30 years ago when I actually signed up as an Amway distributor and had my boxes of soap and vitamins in the garage. Paul, any other businesses you can name that you know have been going for more than 10 years?
No, I'd have to rack my brains there, Keithy. I do not know. All the ones that I've been involved with have fallen by the wayside. No, I'd have to think on that one long and hard.
Just in the last years, how many businesses could you say you've been involved with the last few years? Less than 10? More than 10? Yeah,
maybe at least, let's say 12.
12, yeah. Probably about the same for me. I spoke to a guy a couple of weeks ago, about a month ago. He said he'd been involved with 30 online businesses. 30. I said, wow. Any one of those turn out successfully for you? No, just one after the other after the other. I said, wow. And you still want to look at another business. So he was a guy who was, after being disappointed so many times, 30 times, start a business, put his effort in, talk to people, and then, get going, and I died, and another one, or someone run off with the money, or the website's not open on a Monday afternoon. It was there Monday morning, Monday afternoon, it's gone. 30 businesses. I said, wow, that is fantastic, mate, that you're actually still looking and motivated. So this is going to continue. There'll be millions of businesses created over the next 5 to 10 years saying they'll do this, saying they'll do it. But there will be some absolutely fantastic ones there amongst the masses. Just like Bill said last week, out of all the ICOs created in 2017, half of them have disappeared. Now we're up to about 1,500 that were there. Now, if half of them have disappeared, then what's this year going to hold? You know, a couple of questions have come in, Claudia. Bolivian billionaire. Gold. Can you see gold increasing in value anytime soon, Claudia? We asked this of Bill last week. What's your thoughts? I think gold's at about 1380, is it, or 1400, something like that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't look at it. I never look at it. I don't even care about it because it's a safe haven. That's the point. It's a safe haven. It will, of course, it has to. Certainly, it will go. We don't know when. You got to always see like this. If there is, things going in the world like wars, like stuff going on, people flee into gold. So certainly, gold is heavily manipulated. Heavily, silver even more heavily manipulated by the bullion banks, and of course the few family which own the world. So sure it will be, but it's a safe haven. The point is what people really need to understand: gold and silver will always maintain its purchasing power. No matter what, your Aussie dollar will lose its value. Your Bolivar is lose its value. Your euro is losing its value. The dollar is losing its value. Gold will in 5 years, in 10 years, in 20 years from now, buy you the same goods and services. When we started with Swiss Gold Global, it's 10 years, over 10 years ago, already my paper currency has lost more than half of its purchasing power. But I put lots of money into I basically saved. I always put, when I earn some, I put portion of that in gold and silver aside. So that means I protected that portion of my hard earnings.
Now, just to finish off, because we want to try and make this a short one today, I just want to finally ask you, Claudia, Paul and I, I'm from New Zealand, we speak English. Paul's from Australia, he speaks English, or Australian, a different language. But the young guy that was here last night, 25-year-old, he's from Colombia, lives in Australia, speaks extremely good English, very knowledgeable, he's got a good job over here. And he was an affiliate, but then he let his membership lapse. And I said to him last night, you have a bigger advantage than I do. And he said, well, I don't understand. He said, you're older than me and you're more. So I said, well, that's not the point. He says, I speak English and that's it. You speak 2 languages. You have the opportunity to speak to people from your home country, from Spanish-speaking countries via Facebook groups, business groups, meetup groups, who have like exactly what you talked about the other week, Claudia, of these people back in their native countries who are struggling and are looking for an opportunity that will help their families get out of the rut that they're in. A girlfriend of mine annoys me even more because she's Bulgarian, speaks fluent Bulgarian, speaks fluent Russian, speaks fluent Greek, and she's learnt and speaks English, 4 languages. I said, you could have 1,000 people helping them out, helping their families, helping their families. So people with bilingual, I think, Claudia, like yourself, who speak fluent Spanish, you speak German, you speak English. What else? What other languages do you speak, Claudia?
Well, I do speak a few others. So I speak around, I mean, I understand around 6 or 7 languages easily. Yeah.
This helps you in your business, do you believe, by being able to relate to different people?
Oh, it has been a huge advantage. I mean, and especially if you say this young man is from Colombia. I mean, oh boy, so easy. Colombia, they're very open to opportunities. I mean, there's lots of scams also in Colombia, but very open to opportunities. In fact, but it really depends on what approach does he take to the business. Again, learning the skills. The point is that you got to learn skills. Those skills. I mean, you can't be successful without learning skills. You can't become like, let's face it, in any profession, you need to become a professional if you want to do it professional, isn't it? So even if I want to be a coast guard on the beautiful Sunshine Coast or Surfers Paradise, I got to learn the skills, don't I?
Yeah, that's right. To be a lifesaver, yeah. Well, I prefer not to save lives. I'll just help lives then I'll lie on that beach, and if I get in trouble, then a lifesaver will help me. Now,
and the beautiful thing, sorry to interrupt you, but the beautiful thing in our business is the skills you learn, the communication skills, they will not just help you in your business, they will help you in your relationships. Mm-hmm.
So I'll be able to talk to people on the beach while I'm sunbathing. With a hat on, of course. I don't want to get sunburnt. Now, to finish off, Claudia, can you tell all the people watching, and we've got a lot of people watching today, if they want to learn via our company website, the easiest way, the videos, the tutorials to understand the affiliate side of the business, where should they go? Now, if you go to, is it My Business Center?
Yes, you go to My Business Center, and you go to so basically My Business Center. You see there the
Get Started.
Get Started documents and so on. So we have lots of trainings and sessions. But I'm actually planning, Kitty, to do in our group. I'm actually planning to do some videos and some each week besides this to do some training and some live training on really how to build this business. So that's actually my plan. Starting this week, that we're going to do those things, and they just really need to log in and to hang in, watch these videos, and then they're going to be not so long videos. They're going to be probably 15 minutes. 10-15 minutes where we're going to teach a skill set, and hopefully that will help the people get more successful. But meanwhile, they can go in where you just said, and they can just listen to those videos and trainings which we have done.
That's awesome. Fantastic. All right. Thank you very much, Claudia and Paul. We're going to... yeah, go on.
But Kitty, the things is what people... see, if you want to change the way you get paid, if you want to change the way you earn, then you got to really understand what is your cash flow versus your effort basically ratio. Let's say you have people that work 10, 20 hours a week, or 40 hours a week. Then you have people who are promised, okay, you need to just put into this business 10 to 20 hours a week, and you're going to make so much money. But people need to really understand that when you look at a real estate, let's say you look at a $10,000 a month asset income. Let's say you have real estate, $10,000 coming in from your real estate rentals on the Sunshine Coast. Yeah. What money do you actually need to have in order to get that monthly $10,000? You would have to at least, and correct me if I'm wrong, to have $2 million in real estate rental liquidity, right?
At least, at least.
So if you build with Swiss Gold Global, which is a proven system, which is over 10 years old, if you build that, you got to understand that ratio to it. And that is when you make $10,000 with Swiss Gold Global passively, that is actually worth like 2 million in real estate. So let's say if you personally over your, 5, 6, 7, 10 years, put 100 people basically into this business. Or let's say you personally sponsor 100 people in 24 months, which, how many people would that turn out? 24 months, 100 people. Kitty, you're the mathematician. 24 months, 100 people. It is not a lot of people. In 1 month, how many people do you have to put in? 2, 3 people, right?
Yeah.
So if you personally sponsor 100 people, let's say in 24 months, you take this business serious, you learn that, you will set in motion a certain dynamic, a certain leadership, a certain momentum, and most likely geometric growth, which will result in that asset income of at least $10,000 a month. So if you ask any person who is successful in, you mentioned Amway, in Herbalife, those companies which are still around, you know, any, if you ask really any successful person who is living off that since many years, you know, they will actually tell you it's actually more likely twice that amount of money, not just $10,000, but probably twice of that. So let's look at that. It will take a few more years maybe to develop, maybe 4 to 5, I don't know, years to work intensively, you know, helping you group, motivating, training, supporting, basically to have this geometrically growth. And doing 3 presentations a week is basically how you personally sponsor 100 people in 24 months. That's 3 presentations a week. This could be free lunches, it could be free coffees, it could be free dinners, it could be free webinars, it could be free hangouts, and then above. And so the first week you do free presentation and you're probably not being good, you're probably being crap, you know. But maybe the second, the third, the fourth week you're getting better. But after 15 presentation, I can tell you, you're getting better. You're getting more fluid. You're getting more, you know, this fear goes away, and you start, of course, enrolling people. And eventually you will be very effective, such as me, when I talk to a person that, yeah, most likely I have a chance that this person comes on board. So the ratio of what people joining you will get, of course, better and better. So let's say to get 3 people to present to, you invite 14 people. And just to ask them to take a look. Don't ask them, of course, to already put money down to join it. Just find what they want, as I always said. 14 times a week, maybe it could be 2 a day, or 14 people you talk on a Saturday morning, whatever. And the first, you know, you may not get the actual amount of people to look, and you maybe will be practicing, learning, getting comfortable. But by week 4, probably you will be inviting people as fluid, of course, as you do everything else in life, like getting up, eating breakfast, driving to work, whatever. So you will become natural. All what you have to become is a curious network and who will easily engage with people, which you're going to learn. And so you've got to understand the numbers. $10,000 as an asset from real estate, $10,000 in your networking business is worth at least $2 million. 14 invites a week is basically invites, people taking a look, asking them to take a look. 14 invites a week is 728. Let me calculate. 728 a week is actually over 1,456 in 2 years. 1,456 invites, take the numbers, equals 300 presentation, equals 100 person basically personally joined in the next 24 months. And that's, if you do the math, each invite is then worth $1,400. Each presentation worth $6,500. Each new person who actually says they want to build with you is worth $20,000. So the question you got to ask yourself, would you people a week and to take a look at the opportunity if Swiss Gold Global paid you $1,400 for each of them, but only if you hit the 14 mark each week, meaning 14 invites. That's $20 a week. Would you do that? And then you decide if it's easy or if it's hard. You know, you maybe think, okay, so who do I talk to? What will I say? What should I not say? And see, this is where you will learn basically the skills, how easy it is to engage, to talk to people. And so it's really, really simple. You can make those numbers. And if you don't want to earn $10,000, well, make the numbers smaller. Then you need to invite smaller people. You need to talk to lesser people. But these are the numbers I do live by. And that's what I understood. And so if in the beginning I did build it wrong because I didn't understood, well, I understood I could rebuild it anytime. So that's the point which I believe there is very much lack of education in our business. People get sidetracked. They don't really understand the core of the business and the potential. And that is why they look after the next easy thing that I just need to do, click, post my link to somebody and spam somebody else. And they think that is doing the business, which is not.
That is spot on as always, Claudia. You spell it out in the way only you can, but hey, you're our #1 presidential ambassador in the business. So whatever formula you're using, whatever success rate you have, whatever things you put into place, you form those by the people that are around you in the business, the mentors that we have in Swiss Gold Global in the back office, the presentations that are there to go through. Now, I've watched every one of them, but I need to go back and watch them again and again and again. Repeat until they flow. I have a reasonable ability to chat to people about the business, but I can still add to that and learn more. Bob Proctor, rewatch his videos about how to speak to people, how to motivate people, how to get people interested. But like you say, I live in a city of 2.2 million people in Brisbane. If I only need to get 100, then it's pretty easy, really. I'll just go back to knocking on doors, Claudia.
I mean, and when you look at it, I mean, you and let's compare us. You, Bill, and I'm the more introvert. I'm the more shy person. I'm actually a shy person.
I don't believe that for 1 second. Paul, do you believe that? You keep taking over this PowerPoint presentation tonight, and when I asked you to stand up at our presentation in Brisbane, we're hard to get you off. So but you've obviously grown.
But I'm actually a shy person in just talk to people, go up to people, which you have way more, which you are just way more natural, and so is Bill. Myself, I'm actually not. So I had to really work on myself.
Well, you've obviously worked and done very, very well because you're our #1 affiliate. So thank you very much, Claudia. So much for a short hangout as usual. It's nearly an hour. We've got some great questions. We had some great people watching the hangout, and it's very simple of what you're saying. Just make that decision. Everybody starts with in the last 16 months with the Bitcoin mining contracts. There's a few people who joined before that who have gold and silver and storing that as generational wealth. Most of the people who have joined in the last 16 months are looking to create an income. And so they've seen the Bitcoin mining contracts in particular as a very, very easy opportunity to gain wealth and start earning Bitcoin. But then sort of overlooking the other part of the business, the affiliate side, as simple as talking to and getting 5 people involved, or as you say, 2 people, and they get a couple of people underneath, 5 people, that pays for you $50 for the month. And you can create a second part of your business that will grow and grow and grow as long as you help those people. That's what it's all about. Even as a free customer bringing in free customers, you still got to help them and explain to them. And simply what Paul said, he emails them once a week. Once a week is a simple task of setting up an email list. So I'm just adding some more names to mine now to send out another email. And it's simple as just telling them, hey, there's a live hangout on Monday night with Keithy Broom and Paul Weeks and Claudia and Bill. Make sure you get on. Here's the link. Simple as that to create that communication. So there are fantastic opportunities right in front of you, folks, and continue to strive to be better every week. And those simple but effective tips that Claudia's given us, I've made several notes here that are going to help me. So thank you, Claudia. It's always great to have you on. Enjoy the sunshine in Germany and have a great week. Hopefully we'll see you next week.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Paul, and thank you, Keithy.
Okay. Paul, what do you have a great week, Paul? Hopefully the weather will be all right, mate. You'll be all right.
Yeah, golf tomorrow. Just remind people, Keith, that on the 16th of May we have a Swiss Gold Global Hangout and, on the Gold Coast, 10:30 on the 16th of May.
That's right. It's a meeting for us on the Gold Coast. So if you're in Brisbane, Sunshine Coast, Gold Coast, or the northern part of New South Wales, and I've got quite a few people coming from the northern part of New South Wales, we're having a morning meeting, a big meeting down on the Gold Coast, 16th of May, 10:30 in the morning. There is, just message me. We've got a Swiss Gold Global Australia. We've got our event there set up. And the good news is that I think it's going to be July. Approximately, Claudia, you and Bill will be heading down under again.
I believe so.
July?
Yeah. Yes, I believe so, depending when this is finished here, you know.
Oh, Yelly saw it.
Oh, what's that? That's a new coin, is it? Oh.
Yeah.
All right. So that's our...
I have to show it. I have to show it you covered so that, you know.
Yeah. Whoa, okay. That's exciting. That's our new ICO. Woohoo! All right. Very, very exciting. Okay, so that'd be great to have you guys out to Australia again. We'll have a massive meeting when you come out and get together and have a lot of fun with that. So thank you, folks. Thank you, folks, for watching. Have a great week, very positive week, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.